Week 8 bets on a budget. The 5 best lines that we could find around the NFL for the value that you can get them at. Here we go. Bets on a budget.
I don't normally like doing Thursday night games because if it doesn't go your way, you just start the week in the hole. Right? I don't normally like to do that. If I'm going to lose, give it to me all on site. One day I can hurt and then move on. Right?
Tease me a little
Thursday,
bit.
if I lose, then I'm kind of in a pit then till Sunday. I'm in a bit of a got to dig myself out.
Well, especially if you parlay it. If you
right,
parlay it,
then you're really screwed. But But anyway, Tampa plus 8.5 at Buffalo. I just like the number so much. I mean, Buffalo has been playing close games the past 3 to 4 weeks now. Basically, since that Miami blowout, they've been in close games. And let's be real here, Josh Allen makes mistakes, and that's actually a very good defense. Devin White, Levante David, they can get after the passer a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't love their guys on the back end, but they're experienced on the back end, so they're not going to get beat. They may not be dynamic, but they're not going to get beat. They stop the run, so it's going to be basically all on Josh Allen's arm. We've seen if it's all on Josh Allen's arm, he tends to push it a little bit too much, make mistakes. I think plus 8.5, that's too many points for me to give up to a competent quarterback and a good defense with a good roster.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo wins. I think it's a field goal type game, and prime time in general has been a lot closer than we've seen in past years. Primetime unders are at an all-time high. Primetime covers for the underdog are at an all-time high. I will continue that trend. Tampa plus 8.5.
Yeah, I like it. And what stats and what argument do we have that we have seen from Buffalo that says that they're going to be able to put Tampa away rather quickly and easily?
It's just that Miami game.
Yeah.
If you want to include the fact that they killed Vegas, then, go ahead. But it's Vegas.
Yeah, this is not the same sort of matchup. I do like the plus 8 here. Plus 8.5.
This is almost me personally. You're probably not going to back this one, but I think Carolina winning outright at plus 3 over Houston.
Definitely a shakier one.
They're at home. To me, them getting points, I think it's a close game either way. If Carolina does lose, I see it being a 1-2 point type game. But again, I'm kind of going on a limb here and saying Carolina's with the upset of the week. They've got to win a game eventually, right? They're too good of a team. Well, they're not that good. It's too good of a coach, too talented of a quarterback. I know he doesn't have much outside of Thielen to work with, but Thielen's been good. They can run the ball a little bit. The defense can get after the passer. They got a couple guys there to where it's at least interesting. I'll take Carolina plus 3. They're going to win their first game. Houston's fine, coming off a bye, but so is Carolina. Offensive coaches off a bye are better than defensive coaches. That's what I'm relying on here.
I could definitely see it being close. I'm not sure how I feel about Carolina winning. But you said you got them at plus 3?
Yeah, plus 3. I'd feel better at 3.5 or 2.5.
Hey, we've seen crazier things. We could have Houston win
I'm sorry, I feel better at 3.5. My bad. Yeah.
Houston could win by 1 or 2, and
Houston
I'd be all
could
right.
win by who knows? Yeah, who knows? Again, would feel better at 3.5. You probably could get it at 3.5 some places, but I got it at 3. New England plus 9.5 at Miami. Last time they played was a 7-point game, and it felt closer than that, if we're being honest. Look, Miami against good defenses tends to stall. Point blank, I know they're at home. I know you could argue, okay, tough loss going back home, warm weather, don't have to deal with any wind, or it's not going to be chilly or anything. But New England's defense is too good. They get after the passer too much. Yeah. Miami's line is too beat up.
We've watched Bill and that New England defense bully Josh Allen a little bit last week.
Yeah, and the first time they played Tua, it wasn't that spectacular.
No, so it's definitely going to be a closer game. It's not going to be a blowout.
I think Miami wins. I think they win by about a touchdown, just like they did last time. I'll take them, 23-16, but I don't think it's a 10-point game. It's almost a double-digit spread for this game. I don't think that in division.
No,
I don't see that happening at all.
Yeah, I like that bet.
Kansas City minus 7.5 at Denver. Again, I would feel better at 7 or 6.5. You're getting kind of screwed on the 7.5, right? Because what if they win by a touchdown? Well, they're kind of screwed. Because I don't think they're going to be kicking a lot of field goals. I think they're going to be punching in a lot versus Denver.
Right.
My goal is that their defense holds. Because I think Mahomes is going to put up at least 3 touchdowns. Can we hold them to 13 or less? I think that is very, very doable. I'll take Kansas City to win 35-16.
Yeah. Kansas City's going to have their way.
Even if they win ugly like they did last time, it was 19-8, they still covered.
Kansas City's defense hasn't been that bad either this year.
The defense has been fantastic. It's been top 5.
They've been playing above what they were expected.
No one else in the league has held people to 21 or less in every single game.
Hey, and if the Packers are holding the Broncos down a little bit, I could easily see the Chiefs just, running away with this one.
I would agree. Detroit minus 8 versus Vegas. I think, again, good team, coming home, prime time, after they get not just beat, but curb stomped, house painted, utterly humiliated on the road against Baltimore. Dan Campbell and that tough team, that tough organization, you know that they're going to be coming back just ready to thump somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's just lame duck Vegas just sitting there just waiting to be just field dressed.
Run over.
Yeah, I'll take Detroit by 3 touchdowns. I think it's a 35-14 type of game.
I like Detroit a lot here.
Yeah.
A lot. I think they're really going to start catching their stride even. And this is going to be the first game that does that.
Yeah. So
You
we
know what I
got
mean?
3 early, 2 early window, 1 Thursday. So 3 early underdogs. Tampa Bay plus 8.5, Carolina plus 3, and New England plus 9.5. And we'll go with the 2 late favorites, Kansas City minus 7.5 at Denver in that 425 window, and Detroit minus 8 versus Vegas in that Monday night game.
Love it. Should be good. Good bets. Hoping to turn things around. That 0-5 week.
A week we've got it.
was
This feels 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, we're above 500 still, and that's our goal.
The Buffalo one and the Carolina one make me nervous, but I think one of those hits. I don't think both would be. I'm taking the risk. Realistically, one of them probably hits,
Yeah.
and then the other 3 I feel really good about.
I think that this one might get us back to sharp level. 56%.
I think so.
That's what we're aiming for.